So I'm here with Brian again, under the carport of abandoned cars. And this week we're picking up a 76 Corvette?
76.
76, and this thing is filthier than the other two, so I'm excited to do this one.
Pretty dirty.
Yeah. So I got a few questions for you, Brian.
Sure.
What's the story behind this car?
So my dad picked this up from a guy. You know, and half the thing about a car collector is the find, right?
Yeah.
So they found this, and it was a guy that he got out of the military. He bought this car, and he started redoing it. Fresh engine, new interior. He painted it, and he started doing the body. I think he was going for like a Corvette Summer with the flares and everything.
Yeah, I like the ground effects.
Yeah, so he started doing some of that stuff. Years later, got married. Wife didn't like the car. So it was a struggle for him to sell it. My dad met up with him, and they got talking, and he felt like it was going to the right place, so he let it go to my dad.
How long has it been sitting here?
At least 5 years, but probably a little longer. He had it for at least 15 years, so.
Right.
And it's probably sat here for most of that.
Right.
But we had it running where we could move it around a little bit. The brakes went out, so that's when it ended up sitting here since.
We'll get some air in these tires, and then we'll drag her up onto the trailer and get her back to the shop and get it cleaned up for you.
Cool. I know you'll do a good job.
Yeah.
Everything comes back so great. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Awesome. So we'll get her hooked up.
Cool.
Just cleared it. Oh no. Almost went bad. All right, so we got the Corvette all loaded up. Brian, are you excited to see it clean?
Absolutely.
What's your plan after?
Oh, well, this one's going to go to a family member.
Okay.
So this will go on, and she doesn't know we're doing it. So
that's cool. That's exciting. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll let you know when I'm done with it, and maybe we can get her to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be exciting, you know? Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, I appreciate it, Brian. I'm out of here.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
See ya.
All right, so we got the Corvette back in the shop, and this thing is absolutely filthy. This thing has been sitting outside under that carport, which, if you remember, we picked up that 1995 C4 Corvette a few weeks ago. This was parked right next to it underneath of a tarp. But what's really special about this detail is after we're done with it, we're going to bring it back to Brian, and Brian's going to be giving this car to his sister as a surprise gift. They started making the C3 Corvette in 1968, and this is the kind of style they had with the louver in the back window, the flat back right here. Bumpers would change throughout the years. They always kept this style right here, which I like more than a 78 to 81. They had the big back bubble window. The back bubble window is not as pretty, I think, in my opinion. You have more storage, but it's not as cool. It doesn't have that Stingray feel anymore, you know? And also, I like being able to be flat here where you have this rack. I think the rack is a really cool touch to these cars. These rims that are on the car are not original. These are actually just American Racing aftermarket rims. These are not the rims that came factory on this car. Neither is this chin spoiler on the front or any of the ground effects down the side. These are all aftermarket effects that the guy did himself. You can see right here we got one spot that's not so pretty. You can see the sanding marks. Obviously there was a repair here and some I can see the body filler. It's pretty thick. This has been repaired in this spot, and obviously it didn't last over the years. We'll work around this and not try to get it any worse. Maybe we'll touch it up so that it doesn't look as bad and as noticeable. So now that we got it in the shop, let's open up the hood, open up the doors, and see what we're working with today. Alrighty, so not super filthy in here. There's mold on the seats. Seats being white, they're really filthy. I'm excited to clean those up. White interior, you know, scrubbing that up is always just an awesome, satisfying transformation. I like this color combination with the black exterior and the white and black interior. And then when we do the interior, what's nice is it's got T-tops, so we could pop the T-tops off and get more sunlight in here. What we'll do with this car is we're gonna pull these two seats out of the front here, and then we'll clean up this carpet, extract it, scrub everything down. All right, so under the hood, it looks like we just got a 350 Chevy. Got some Edelbrock valve covers and a K&N filter on the top. Looks a little rusty, we'll clean that all up. So we'll degrease this all down and then we'll rinse it off and scrub it up. All right, so we looked over the Corvette and we've seen it's super filthy on especially the exterior. The interior is not terrible, but there's still probably a rat's nest somewhere in there. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrub up these wheels, and then after I scrub up the wheels, we're gonna vacuum up all these leaves and all these cobwebs off the car so that when we're pressure washing it, we're not shooting a bunch of junk everywhere. If you have a barn find or a car that's just sitting outside that's super filthy, that's a classic or not even a classic, it could be just any specialty car at all, just send me some photos and some information to the email below. You gotta be here in Michigan, I can't go too much further. And you never know, we might be detailing your car next. So enough said, let's get into this detail. So what I'm doing right now is I'm spraying a ceramic spray on here that's gonna give me lubricant for my clay bar, and then I'm gonna clay bar the whole exterior of the paint to get rid of all the contaminants and anything rough that's on the surface. So it's silky smooth for when we go to polish. All right, so we got the Corvette exterior all washed up. Huge transformation already, just getting it washed up. So now we're gonna go on to the polish, and this paint's pretty rough. It's a Corvette, so it's fiberglass. Ryan at Siler Sales stopped by, gave me a PNS Pro Series Rehab Correction Cream to try out. So I'm gonna try it out on this car, and if you guys think the results are awesome, you can buy this at his website. Link is in the bio. I'm really excited to see how this thing turns out, and I'm really excited to bring this back to Brian when we're done and give it to his sister and see her reaction, because she has no idea yet that we're giving her this car. So let's get to polishing. The results on it are night and day. This is actually really nice. You know, there's some bigger gouges in it, but we're not wet sanding this all down and buffing it and polishing it. We're just trying to do a one step, and this is looking really good. So we're gonna go ahead and do this to the whole car and make it shine. All right guys, so I'm back at Brian's, dropping off the 1976 Corvette. I'm excited to show you. This one's probably the biggest transformation out of all three.
Really?
Yeah. So,
oh, I'm looking forward to it. It's been, everything you've shown up with has been great. So
right.
Really looking forward to see the next one.
Yeah, and your sister's not here, so that's probably good because you might not want to give it to her anyways.
There you go.
So let me drop the gate and then we'll get her out and look at it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see it. It's already shining.
I'm filthy. Right on. All right, so we got the Corvette out of the trailer. All right, Brian, so here she is, and obviously it looks a lot better.
Wow.
I actually haven't seen it outside yet, so I'm pretty shocked with how it looks. So
I'm super impressed. I mean, look at it. It's like a mirror. I mean, that glass, that black is just like glass.
it is.
Really cool.
Whoever repainted it, they did a good job. I mean, they didn't leave a lot of texture at all. Mostly these Corvettes were really wavy, so they took the time to actually straighten out the quarters, the doors, the fenders. You know, it's not wavy like a original Corvette would be from the factory. So they definitely took time to straighten it out and paint it, and took time to make the paint good.
Well, you must have taken some time because it's pretty amazing the way it looks right now.
Yeah, I thought it was a gray metallic when I started.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it's a solid black.
And the wheels are just popping. I mean, that's a cool.
Yeah.
The chrome just really.
Yeah, and exactly. And being chrome, chrome's always fun to mess with and make shine again. So quite some transformation. And then on the inside, if you want to open her up, I scrubbed the seats. I did as much as I could on the inside there.
Look at how white that is.
So now you could actually sit in there and not feel grossed out. And the spiders that I found in here were massive. Yeah, they were living in here.
Did you keep them at your place then?
Actually, there's one. Yeah, I got a huge wolf spider that was dead in the door. That was probably the size of my hand almost.
Oh my gosh.
I was leaning on him and it freaked me out.
I can't wait to see that in the video.
Yeah, I don't know if I got him, but I got him at home.
You got to post that for Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah, this is wow.
Yeah.
I just, it's funny because every time you come over, I don't know what to say because it's just awesome. It's just really amazing, the difference. It's and the white interior. How cool is that? What
white and black. That's a great combination. Yeah. And the car was originally orange, so I wonder if he changed this out or if the orange and the white and black would even be kind of neat too itself,
Yeah, really would.
I don't know what he had in there before, but I know that's, and now there's some paw prints in it.
Well,
come on now, you leave your mark in every truck. Everybody said something about him peeing on the tire on the last one.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I saw that too.
But that little center console, that pad, I don't believe that's. I've done a lot of vets and I've never seen that. So
no, that was an add-on. Somebody did that.
It's like kind of nice
on there.
It's kind of neat.
Just Velcroed?
Yeah. But now it's at the level of you rest your arm, so But yeah, nice. All right, come on now. Bowie, let's go.
Really good though. Really
Amazing.
great job. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be super excited about it.
And I took this rack off, polished the back up so that you know, get the whole thing really well. If you want to pop the hood, we could look under there too.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I just degreased it and rinsed her off good. I know you got to push it a little when you pull hard. There we go. I found the trick.
Yeah, you did. Oh, look at that. Those covers are just shining. What a great job. Just,
But yeah, this will be a cool car back on the road.
Yeah, and really, I don't think it'll take a whole lot to get on the road.
No, I didn't even mess with it. I'm sure. I mean, it looks like it's gonna run.
Yeah,
without a problem.
Yeah. Like I said, it ran when we parked it over there, however many years ago that was.
Right. Yeah. So I'm sure with just a battery and just probably starting fluid, she might just start right up.
Playing around with it. Yep, that's what it is always. So. Great job again, Dane. I just I can't say enough about the 3 cars that you've done for me.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you letting me do them.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure, you know, and maybe you could bring that C1 over sometime and we could.
Yeah, did you see it sitting out there?
I did. Yeah,
I got it sitting out, and like I said, I got the truck running since the last time I talked to you, so that was kind of cool too.
Right.
And,
yeah.
We got a couple things to that 61, and then I think it'll be in a good enough shape to drive up to your shop.
Yeah.
We can see what you're gonna do.
Yeah, you could do like a paint correction and a ceramic coating if anybody wants to see that. You know, it's not a dirty car, but it's a cool car to still touch and go around and finesse and make better. You know.
Yeah, that's original. It's a 283 dual carbs. It's had 49,000 miles on it original.
Right.
So everything you would do to it would be really pretty cool to see it come back to life.
Yeah, and that's a car that deserves it. You know, it's not a Pinto. That's
right.
So, but yeah, awesome. Well, I'm thrilled with it, and I'm excited for to see what you guys do with it. And then yeah, I'm always here for if you guys ever need any work or paint work or anything to get the car one step closer to being perfect. So
fantastic.
I know the bumper doesn't look good. I wanted to touch that up, but I couldn't find any single stage black I had. I knew I had some, but I don't know where it is. So my shop's a mess.
I'll make sure she gets you. I'll make sure she gets your number when it's ready for it. We'll talk to you for sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
Again,
awesome.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you.